So I'm reading the Book of Kings right now. I'm just reading the Bible casually. I'm not studying it. I'm reading it just from start to finish, from beginning to end. And I'm in Kings. I think I'm in Second Kings right now. And something that just ran across my mind today when I was at work. It's interesting. I'm reading through Kings, and I'm reading about the lives of everybody, all these different kings, the different tribes, and just all the different challenges that they faced, and seeing how they exercise faith. And something's jumped out at me. Jehoshaphat, right? King Jehoshaphat. There was a time where it wasn't just King Jehoshaphat, but we're going to use him. There were multiple kings where they were getting ready to be invaded by powerful armies. Hezekiah, Jehoshaphat. There's been several kings, and there's Jehoshaphat. There was a time where he was about to be invaded, and he said to God, "God, this mighty army is coming up against me. This vast army is coming up against me. I do not know what to do." I believe Amaziah, another king, also said the same thing. God, this mighty army is coming up against me. We do not know what to do. Our eyes are up on you. And then he prayed a prayer and says, "Are you not the God of the heavens? The God that have all might and all power? Let not mere mortals prevail against you." And God gave them the victory. And what's resonating with me is it's this. As a man, sometimes, now we're talking, let's talk about our contemporary times now. Me, myself personally, as a man, I never want to feel as if I'm not competent, right? I never want to feel as if I can't handle something, right? And this is something that I think is built into most, if not all men. And I'm gonna use myself because I can't speak for everybody else, but I never want to feel as if there's a challenge that I can't overcome. I never want to feel as if there's something that I can't withstand and work it out and make my way through it. No matter what, if I got to crawl through it, I'm going to crawl through it. If I got to cry through it, I'm going to cry through it. But whatever it is, I always want to, I never want to feel as if I can't handle something, right? And it's not a pride thing. It's not an ego thing. It's for me, it feels more like you're a man and you're supposed to be able to do that. All right, so it's not so much about being prideful and arrogance or anything like that, because like I said, if I gotta cry through it, then I'm gonna cry, but that's my way through it, to cry through it. If I gotta fight and grovel and crawl and whatever I gotta do to get through it, without selling my soul or anything, or hurting anybody, whatever challenge is in front of me, I feel like I should be able to overcome this challenge. That's a part of me as speaking as a man for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. But when I read this, right, and then if I can't overcome the challenge, or if I'm not doing good, or if I feel like I'm not doing good, I feel like I'm not being a man, I'm not being strong, and I should be, I got to be tough, I got to be strong, and I got to be able to push. But when I read about these Jehoshaphat, and I read about Hezekiah, and I read about Amaziah, I believe his name was Amaziah, but these various kings. Stick a pin right there. What's the last thing their title? What's their title? They're kings. We're not talking about a common man like myself. We're talking about what would be today's presidents, what would be today's world leaders, today's dictators, today's strongmen. These were kings. These men were rulers of thousands and hundreds of thousands of not just people, but armies. And these kings were crying to God for help. Even Solomon, when Solomon was given the responsibility to preside over Israel, Solomon says, "I am like a child, and I don't know whether I'm going or whether I'm coming." I'm paraphrasing, but this is what he says. When God asks him what he wants, Solomon says, "I am but a child. You've given me authority over all these people, and I'm like a child, not knowing whether I'm going or whether I'm coming. Give me a heart of understanding." So when I look at this and I see all these great kings, these great leaders, these men whose shoes I'm not even worthy to tie. I'm not even fit to lace up Solomon's sandals. And I don't think sandals use laces, but you get my gist. I'm not fit to be the armor bearer of King David, of none of these men. But these men, great, juggernauts of men who history sings their bards, and I look at them and I say, wow, these men are crying out to God for help. Jehoshaphat, when he said, look, God, I don't know what to do. My eyes are up on you. David said, you rescued me from my enemies who were too powerful for me. And David is illustrious in the Bible. His story is illustrious. Everyone knows of King David. But yet David said, God, you helped me when my enemies were too strong and I didn't know what to do. And so I look at all that, and that resonates with me because it makes me now, bringing it home, come to the realization that it's okay to not know. It's okay to not be able to overcome a challenge. It's okay to not know what to do. It's okay to feel as if this is too tough. It's okay to feel as if, life is it's getting the, I might not be at my optimal, at my best, right? It's okay to feel like that. It's okay to feel like that. Because if you had these great kings who were brought to their knees and cried, saying, God, we don't know what to do. Our eyes are up on you. This is in the book of Kings, I think chapter 20, 2 Kings chapter 24, 25. He says, I believe his name is King Amaziah. He says, Lord, we do not know what to do. Our eyes are up on you. Great men cried because they did not know what to do. And the society we're in today, we're taught to be tough at all times. Don't show any kind of emotion. Don't show any kind of feeling, because if you do, you're a pansy, you're a sissy, you're a wuss, you're weak. But yet, again, you had men who none of these dudes, I don't know any man today that's worthy to lace up the sandals of Solomon, David, Hezekiah, or any of these men of great virtue in the historical Bible context. I don't know any dudes today that's worthy to carry their shield, their sword, their scepter, or anything like that. But yet these great men humbled themselves and cry out to God, and God delivered all of them. God helped all of them out of their trials. So I say that to say, brothers, if you're on the sound of my voice and you're feeling overwhelmed by life, if you feel overwhelmed, it's okay. It's okay to have that feeling of powerlessness and somewhat weakness. It's okay to feel like, life is overwhelming. It's okay and here's the thing. It's okay to feel like that and not have the not have that accompanying feeling of inferiority, of unworthy, of simpleton, of a pansy, a wuss, a weakling, a sucker. We're talking in Bible context. I don't want to use any profanity, but you get what I'm saying. It's okay to feel as if, man, I'm tired. You know what? Elijah, it just came to my mind, Elijah, who was, again, a great, juggernaut figure in the Bible, sat on a tree and said, it is enough. The journey, take my life, God. This journey is just too much. He said, I am not as good as the men who came before me. And this Elijah was a great man who destroyed a whole bunch of false prophets, and then, got tired and said, look, I can't go any further. Cried out to God, and then the angel came and strengthened him. Gideon, a great warrior, angel called him a mighty man of valor. Gideon cried and said, listen, I can't do this. When he was given his mission, Gideon said, I'm of the least of my family's house. I come from the smallest tribe. I don't have no money. I'm broke. My people's, I don't come from good stock. I can't do this. Right? But yet Gideon became a great leader. So the point is, brothers, if you're under the sound of my voice, it's okay to feel sometimes like, life is overwhelming. Life is kicking your butt. It's okay to feel like that. What it's not okay to do is to have the accompanying feelings of like you're weak, you're inferior, something is wrong with you. You're no good. You're not worthy. Those feelings are not. Those are not okay. We're not gonna subscribe to those. We're not gonna co-sign. We're not going to put our John Hancock on those. Those feelings, we're gonna cast those out. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's not okay to let the overwhelming feeling bring any kind of feeling of you're not worthy or you're not good enough. At the end of the day, the greatest characters in the Bible, the greatest men, who none of us are worthy to tie their shoes, had those same exact feelings. But what they did with them is where this is what I got to leave you with. What you do with those feelings is we have to copy, mimic, emulate what those men did. You know, those great kings, when they felt overwhelmed and tired and fatigued and life is kicking our butt right now, God. They didn't feel inferior. What they did was they went into prayer. You know, I forgot which king it was. One of them, he was so overwhelmed, he called all the elders and said, we're going to do a fast. We're going to do a praying and a fasting because we need help. We need help. So what I'm learning, it's okay to feel overwhelmed and fatigued. What we do with that is what they did with it. And what that means is, my advice to you is, brothers, if you're under the sound of my voice, when you feel like that, take that time to go into prayer. And not just prayer, but petition, meaning a serious request that God come and help you. And when I say God come and help you, all it means is empower you, give you the strength. I always say, God, don't move my mountain. Give me the strength to climb that. Give me the strength. Don't move the mountain. Don't move it. I'm not asking God to move it, but I am asking for the strength to climb it, for the endurance to withstand it. Peace.